Hey guys, welcome to the 57th episode of the Soda Pop Podcast. As always, I'm your host of Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have...
Josh.
Wow, it took me making a custom to make it happen. I must have some sort of power!
But yeah, guys, that's Malunis, first off. And two, we got news that we're gonna do's. Then, branching off of last week, our speculation, we put up the topic for this week, and it's going to be filling out the rest of AI 08 through 10. And if we get an 11, I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, so without further ado, Malunis, you're the one that did the news, because I'm a big dumb idiot. So why don't you tell us what went on?
It's okay because you were distracted by another Bandai property.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I was getting ready for work.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, even though I did not think of it as a distinct possibility, we are getting Humagear in Sodo.
Yeah. So I guess sorry that you customized your Malunis.
I mean, it's like I said on Twitter. I said, y'all think I'm upset, but this means I can true build them without doing any work.
Yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely. But now, I don't know. In my heart, if that happened to me, I'd be like, well, what the hell? I'm down a Malunis. You idiots. Why would you make me do this?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I saw that, I just thought, well, what am I going to do with this guy? Well, first of all, I'm probably going to do a comparison image when that one arrives, but also wonder if there's anything I could turn this into.
You know what? I'm sure you could take the pieces of the Humagear, and I'm pretty sure you could make a Malunis out of it. I don't know. Just spitballing here.
You just swap it back.
Yeah. How gnarled is like the head cover that you took off? Was it like, did you carve it out, or like?
Oh yeah, I almost legitimately just like took off the front half of the head.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, I guess all that matter is gone.
But yeah, the Humagear. There's several photos of it in the blog post because Mr. G just wanted to like replicate a bunch of scenes, including a dead body.
Yeah, that was pretty morbid.
Using some nice diorama pieces there. Also, specifically referencing the comedian from the first episode with the abs.
Yeah. That's some good stuff. Them and Shesta/Izu.
But yeah, all I was going to say is the only thing of note with this Humagear, as far as accessories go, is that you get sticker variants for those who like choosing.
So Corey's going to have to buy 2.
Josh, you are incorrect. Because I'm going to have to buy about 20.
I was about to say, take whatever number you were going to use for troop building and just double it.
Yeah. 20 of each, right, Corey?
Yeah, no, have to. And like man, I really hope, and Vangelis said this on Twitter, I really hope that they just have an army builder pack. It's kind of infuriating that these are just sort of existing as one piece sets, you know? But then again, and this is me just being hopeful, and this won't happen, is what I'm saying. They could put 2 in the set, because then it would be complete. Then you get the blue one and the red one, and you get to go. No, okay.
I would appreciate that too.
They won't. They won't.
I was gonna say I would appreciate that, but I didn't order that box set.
Which one do you... No, I'm talking about the set, not the box.
Oh, no.
Because it's technically called the complete box, right? So you can get both. No? Okay. Well, I'll sit down.
Yeah, there's
I'm... Oh, man. I'm so excited for this thing. What else? Is there anything else about this guy?
Oh,
that
yeah.
they went over?
Oh, yeah. Mr. G is upset. Not really.
Oh.
Because he refers to this as another one of those impossible frames, which is ones that you can complete in one box. He specifically said that the way he opened it up was, well, I overdid it again. And he says that he often thinks about whether or not he could complete a figure in just one box, like as a personal challenge, I guess. And he then says that this should be known as Soto disease, a deathly illness.
Like, he says that now, but every single figure we've seen so far was meant to be that way.
You're right.
So, I guess this is showing the lengths he'll go to for his personal challenge. He will get so close, so painfully close, up until the, like, right at the end, and then like, oh, no, I can't. It's too much. I have to split these in two boxes. At least I got one.
You know what I think? You know what I think might have been happening with this one? Because it did strike me as weird, because technically the Trilobite Magia is one box, but you could say that the... oops. Excuse me.
Bless you.
You could say that the Trilobite Magia takes two boxes because of the weapons, and I wonder if the original idea was to have the Humagear have, like, two different heads.
Oh.
And maybe the compromise was... Maybe the compromise was, if we just make alternate stickers, then it is legitimately one box for the figure.
That's true.
I can see that.
I am a little sad that it doesn't come with an extra stand, but, like, obviously how that would not happen budget-wise. It's just, there's no stand now.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I don't know what to do.
Because you're supposed to throw them in the trash, remember?
Oh, you right. That's the intended play pattern for this toy. Garbage.
Right.
I'm surprised they didn't use one of the Soto barrels. Or was it
Shodo?
Shodo?
That would have been good.
Yeah.
I was looking at the shot of the dead Humagear, and I was just thinking, are those going to be some Shodo diorama parts?
I don't know. They look. I mean, I don't think the wood is, but that steel beam. Well, maybe not that steel beam. We've always seen that steel beam. I think this is just some random trash.
Good old steel beam.
Yeah. You know, now that I think about it. Oh, go ahead. Hello?
I was going to add that in addition to, you know, him saying he's always thinking to himself whether he can complete this in one box, the other reason that this is an impossible or an unreasonable frame is because, you know, the Trilobite Magia has all these cables running down every part of its body, and the Humagear doesn't. So practically every part of this figure is a new mold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could argue the shoulder pads are carried over, but still.
Hey, at least the crotch is carried over, I assume.
Oh yeah, I guess that too. Yeah, the hands. But yeah, it's
yeah.
The majority of it is just entirely new.
That's, I mean, at the very, very least, they just needed to delete some stuff in the CAD model.
Yeah.
Then add a few things. It probably wasn't too hard to, like, digitally create.
Yeah.
The hardest part was convincing them to make a new mold.
So, Mega House, my guys. Could we... I know these guys look very similar, but I'm gonna need two different molds here.
And he also balances out by just saying that, thankfully, when it comes to paint apps, a lot of the 0-1 designs have been pretty easy in that regard. Just because they've had a lot of places, like on this one, the chest, just like big area of paint. I'm assuming what they mean is just like it's very simple to just paint this and just move on.
Yeah. Because like I assume that even if there are two of the same color paint apps really close to each other, that would take more than one paint operation. But if it's just one big piece, then that's one paint operation.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was an MMPR Toys episode where they talked to Greg from Bandai, and he was talking about why certain lightning figures, when they were doing those, why some of those didn't have... Oh no, Legacy. I did the Dawson thing.
You did. You put it Dawson.
Why certain paint apps didn't show up on the toy proper once it came out. Someone joined the call?
No, I think Malunis just left and came back.
Yep.
Oh, okay. They were wondering why, we were wondering why certain paint apps didn't come up, but it's because, like, it would take a certain amount of paint operations, even though there were similar colors on there, it would take multiple paint operations on that part. So they had to cut it.
Yeah. And I guess the last thing of note about the Humagear is, I like this quote from Mr. G, where he says, "The faces on the Humagear are kind of exquisitely creepy, aren't they? So it gets spooky if you collect a lot of them."
Oh no! It's gonna get too spoopy.
And also, this is part of AI08, which he even acknowledges, like, the Heisei spirit is strong with this one. I look forward to when we do some Reiwa catch up.
For this set, like I said, a lot of these are supposed to be, the impossible frames. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if it wasn't necessarily like the modeling or like the material stuff. Well, maybe the material stuff, but like it was more like budgeting these.
Oh yeah, that's what I was.
He was like, I cannot sustain this in one box. It must be two. Like that must have been the bottleneck of like, well, because like you see that there is no gimmick to these, so like very late into production, it was like these need to be two. I have to stop this, and these need to be two. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Well, I could see them still being split into two just because of how much coverage those cloaks have. But like I was saying before, is I am sure that, like you said, part of the reason that they said they couldn't make these in time was because they probably ran into an issue of, whoa, this is going to cost us a lot to make these, so we might have to wait a while until we build up some funds.
Well, I don't know, because like a lot to make, as in like, I'm glad that like this line took out the dummy head, which probably helped a little bit more in production, which like
I'm sure it did.
Maybe that's something they were waiting for as well. Mm-hmm. And considering 01 doesn't have too much paint to all of their stuff, they were like, okay, if this is going to be a bit more of a calm line, we can throw them into that one and then take the paint away from them. Yeah, I don't know. There's there's area for interesting speculation here. But no, it's cool.
Also, I should clarify, even though it'd be funny, AI08, this is not the full lineup. It is still, the way he even says it is, the currently public lineup or something.
Yeah, and typically, and I know we broke the standard not even last week, but with the last like image, the images were just of the figures and not the individual wave wave breakdowns. These aren't numbered yet, so that's usually an indicator of this isn't over.
07 also comes out June 8th, and this one I also kind of realized before we were recording. He makes mention that AI06 sold extremely well, likely due to the popularity of Metal Cluster Hopper.
Makes sense.
Huh. Strange, because like I never knew that as a popular form. What else was in there?
I mean, that was also Zone G's and the Trilobite Magia.
Yeah.
What, are you just gonna gloss over 001?
Oh,
that
right.
too.
That
Yeah.
too. I mean, are you saying that's the one that made it popular?
That's the one I want. Same with Humagear.
That seems like a popular form to me.
Yeah.
Or if you're Google translating this blog, foam. That's a good foam. I'm wondering, right? Because like, AI07 never got like a traditional breakdown. I wonder if like, was the price always so much cheaper than the rest of them? Were they only ever intending 3 figures in this box?
I'm not sure.
That's so strange, because like, you know, we worked out the price, right? We every single one of the original Ami prices worked out to 440 yen each box, so it's not like they're saving any money here, or like they're more expensive this time around. Like, what shifted? Like, did something happen?
It's definitely the thing that I think is the weirdest part is that they keep showing that picture of 07, but it's not like the wave breakdown like we usually get.
Yeah.
And that's why but like it keeps like appearing that they're done with it or whatever, because it comes out on June 8th, and that's like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you saw, we ran the numbers last
week.
I
know. Yeah, I know. I mean,
it's strange.
I know we broke it down, but it's just weird to me that it feels incomplete, but I don't think it is.
I'm wondering if there was a price change when the whole pandemic happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if also the way that they presented with that image, I wonder if that's a result of we're a little bit understaffed right now due to the current situation. Don't worry about fixing it later. Just continue focusing on later waves.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because like, I'm of two minds here, because it's like, well, I mean, wouldn't you have had those assets ready without the numbers? You could just put numbers there anyway, and then just shift things around. But then also, what if there was just some accessories that were supposed to be in here that just weren't?
Actually,
something like that.
That could be possible.
I don't know, but something's different here. And maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's absolutely nothing, and I'm just making a big deal of it. But it's very.
Let me check something real quick.
Sure. Do you want me to talk about Titan while you're doing that?
I'm actually like trying to see if I can find, because I actually saved these images from this blog. And they actually, if you haven't noticed, the file images, the file names for these images are like the dates that they were made. So.
Oh, that's right.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, and the one for AI08 is May 21st, so it would have been like a day or so before they actually like posted the blog.
Well, I mean, that's because I'm sure they have to like manipulate it a little bit, like the original image, just to take out the numbers and resize everything.
Well, regardless, that's just my theory.
Like. Am I the only one that thinks that this looks like PowerPoint? Or is that just me who uses PowerPoint all the time just thinking that this is PowerPoint?
I feel like that might be you, but also I don't... I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but...
Like, that top thing, all you gotta do is make a yellow text box and then apply a 3D, like, bevel to it. And you're done with that.
I mean...
You're not wrong.
I mean, also, I'm just gonna add... Whenever like writer uses English fonts, like for logos in series and stuff, usually you can replicate that using the existing font on Windows. So maybe That's not out of the realm of possibility.
This is a very strange PowerPoint theory, but whatever. And like anytime the boxes that you make or like the borders you make go outside the lines, right, or like the bounds of what you want, it adds an extra white space for that dead area when you export the JPEG. And I see that all the time here.
Right.
So it probably is. Yeah.
Maybe.
Corey's cracked.
I cannot confirm.
Well, now you know how to like replicate it when you want to do an April Fool's thing.
Oh man, I just need to figure out what font this is, and I can make an AI 011. That'd be hilarious. Anyway.
Or you can change this one to Ride 13 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So yeah.
Titan
Wait,
form.
so this is huh?
I was gonna say, so Titan form.
Right. Oh, I was just gonna say this is Soto Kamen Rider 01, AI 08, and Geo, not featuring Geo because
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's more,
is that what it's saying up there?
I don't know.
Because like I recognize the letters for Soto, and I recognize the letters for Kamen Rider.
Right.
And I know what an ampersand is.
I mean, I would say that's pretty accurate. I don't know.
I'm also gonna say technically this wave contains Soga Tokiwa.
That is true. Yeah.
Does it? Oh yeah. You're right.
That's right.
But yeah, go ahead. Let's hear about Titan.
Mr. D is a huge nerd, and I love
him. You know it, man.
Yeah, because he specifically points out, like, hey, did you notice that the pose that we put Titan form in on the box is actually from the episode that he debuted in? And then he kind of just goes on to talk about the scene in particular, as well as quoting dialogue from it.
I love that so much. D's great.
Oh, no, it's great.
Man, and I gotta wonder, man, if like, you know, the show came out in the US during his anniversary, right? Is it just because it was his anniversary and it was like happening and it was like just a coincidence, or like did they think, oh, there are more eyes on this soon, maybe we should Kuuga?
Maybe we should Kuuga.
Because like, to me, Kuuga was a candidate for Shoto and not Soto.
Yeah.
But
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Well, if that's the plan, then they had better release this in the US. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
The same eye treatment from previous figures is used here. They specifically point that out, so I guess all of them do have that. We weren't really sure about the blue one.
The blue one and the purple one, I think it's just with the blue color, it doesn't really like shine too well.
Purple's kind of a weird color.
It is.
Yeah.
Hear that, purple? You're strange!
Right. So for the silver, they made sure to kind of keep adjusting it until they got it to be perfectly accurate, and it does look real nice. It looks a little less, to me, a little less reflective than the usual silver, so I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
It's got kind of a pearly look to it. Looks nice.
Yeah,
They made a point of saying that the metallic purple on there is paint and stickers, and it took me a moment to find the sticker, and then when I looked up, oh, that's really obvious. Yeah. Yeah, looks fine. The tri-accelerator from his bike is included, and apparently there's a second one that's a little bit longer. I missed that.
And this is all that we're gonna see of the bike.
I don't know. Give it time. Give it time.
Yeah, I'm sure. Wait, is there a longer version?
They posted a GIF of it being held by Titan form and Dragon form. It's supposed to be in reference to
I just thought that was perspective change, like, because like he's holding it a lot closer in the second image.
I think it's just perspective.
Okay, that was
right now.
That was the thing that confused me because I was like, I don't remember that in the lineup.
Yeah.
No, because like the trigger area is bigger too.
It'd be weird if that changed size because I can't think of.
Yeah, it would. Fist is bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also he comes with angled fists so that you can hold the sword a little bit more naturally. And
I love it. I love it. Yes.
It looks great.
And speaking of tricks, if you put the fist together, you can make it look as though he's wielding it with both hands.
Heck yeah!
That looks really good.
I was actually really misreading the initial photos for this form because I thought the idea was that they included a special pair of hands that were together.
Oh.
But then when I saw this photo, it's just like...
I mean, that's where you got it wrong. You're not supposed to read images. You're just supposed to look at them, Malunis. What are you doing?
Yeah, I guess I don't read Japanese, so that makes sense. Anyway.
That's true. Or the groggy that's lettered all over.
Yeah, also, very cool thing from him as he wraps up this Kuuga review. He presents an image with all of Kuuga's forms from the retail waves as well to premium Bandai set, and he makes a comment about how it's rare to be able to get everything in the same format. And Soda Kuuga has it all. Unless you're a fan of Decade.
In the same format?
Well, as in, like, in the same series. Like, in this case, all of it is in the aesthetic of Sodo.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like you might be collecting these... If you're really old school and like to collect the Socha Kenshin series, I don't know if you're going to get every single form.
I do wonder. Did they not do the growing form?
I feel like they...
Oh, wait, I think they did.
I think they did, yeah.
I wonder what they missed.
I'm not sure. I was
Was
just...
it both versions of the head for that four there?
I was just tossing that out at random.
That might be it. I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, either way, it looks like I'm going to have to purchase 2 of that retail wave.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, that's...
Yeah, because I need both versions of the helmet, and I need a growing form for Kuuga and a growing form for the girl that he's with or whatever. Right. And this is me having never watched Kuuga at all, and have only read something about a, quote, future rider on
and you can never have too much Amazing Mighty.
That's true. That is very true. Which one's that? Oh, the one that's just Black Kuuga, right?
Yeah.
Yes. No, that's Agito.
Oh, you're right.
But yeah, I really like the look of Titan form. I think I wasn't sure if he was referring to like the reaction to Sodo or what, but he mentioned that Titan form was really popular. I can see it. It's like a very strong looking form.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. So the blog also ends with more of the Shi art. If you're into that, they look really nice. On our Twitter, I actually just like translated all of the comments that were made about each art piece. If you want to see that, the only thing of note I want to bring up is that man, he is such a dork that he was able to just say, "Oh, I know which version of Delta this is based on the pose."
Oh my god. You
also,
nerd.
I also did not realize that Delta's rider kick was called Lucifer's Hammer.
I didn't either.
I didn't know that.
It's a real edgy name. But yeah,
like
that was cool stuff. Next week is...
Oh, go ahead.
Next week is shodo-x 9 review, just a day before its release.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. But also, it's the Lucifer's hammer stuff and the stuff that he, oh yeah, I can tell. It's that stuff that makes me think, oh, there must have been an actual dispute about what that sword was, and it's not actually the Revolcane.
Oh, I'm sure there probably was some kind of conversation. I wish I could have seen that conversation. But, yeah.
Well,
like, I don't know why. I don't know, because, like, lightsabers are just called lightsabers. What if Revolcane is not necessarily the name of the weapon, but the name of the type of the weapon?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say you want to see the conversation, but the conversation might be, "Hey, did you guys name this weapon?" No.
But he yelled Revolcane. Oh. Well, I don't know. Just figure it out.
You're right.
Or rather, he probably just got ghosted by Toei.
Or that too.
So yeah. Topic.
Man. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about our topic. So, last week, and I know I haven't posted it yet, but that's just me thinking from my timeline. In your timeline, everything's been posted already. That's why you're listening to this and hearing it in your ear hole. So that this week we're just sort of breaking down what we think is going to be in the rest of AI08, AI09, AI10, or AI10. I'm not sure how they're going to refer to it.
Probably 10.
Or it could be 10.
It could, but that's weird.
You're weird.
Could just do what the Writer Love podcast does with the episodes, where it just goes episode 010.
We could, yeah.
So
basically, what the prompt was, and I'm really sorry I didn't post this earlier, and like we knew about it a week in advance. I don't know why I didn't say anything. But last week we did the math. We worked out that AI08 through 10, that's gonna have about 11 characters throughout. Like there are 5 characters. Well, 22 pieces, and then divided by. Someone's typing. Maybe we're getting another entry. We're getting 22 pieces, right, across possibly 11 characters, since it's an even number. There aren't usually like multiple accessory sets or anything, so I'm thinking that we're just gonna get standard waves here, hopefully. Yeah, and we asked you fill those out, see what's going on. And we got a comment from Peacemaker2448 who says Ikazuchi Arc 0, which is the 01 final form for certain, and then Izu, Dodo Magir. He wants an assassin and a goon variant.
Cool.
2 movie figures if we get that. If not, Raider Valkyrie plus 1 other Raider. Kangaroo 01 to fill a hole.
I could sure just see a wave where we're making fun of the fact the main figure in the wave is Hopping Kangaroo.
Is what?
That seems like a distinct possibility.
Wait, what?
Because you know how they like to have like a specific figure up front on the box design?
Yeah.
I was saying I can distinctly see us making fun of them using Hopping Kangaroo. Like, that's the only 01 figure they have in this wave. That's funny. I mean, we are technically almost close.
We would make fun of it.
We are technically almost close to them having a Humagear as the main one.
Very close, but we gotta be getting Ikazuchi. Come on.
Oh, I'm sure we are.
No, like in this next one. It has to be this
No,
one.
right, no, I agree.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, just an hour before the blog updated, I put a poll on Twitter just for fun. I was just like, what do you think we're going to see today? Ikazuchi, Arc Zero, fighting Jackal Raider, which is Valkyrie, and the one that got the most votes was the 4th option, which was, you can't predict Soto.
Oh my god. You're right. I mean, you can't. So like whatever we're saying now probably won't happen. I saw someone typing. So we're not gonna call it quits on this one yet. Also because we have to give our possible thoughts. Let's together, because I didn't think too much about it. Let's together build a wave. So like what Peacemaker was saying, we have our stables. We have Ikazuchi, we have the Final Form, and we have Arc Zero. So that's 3 out of our possible 11 character slots. Oh, yeah, excuse me. I choked and spit. 3 character slots.
So one thing that I noticed when I saw a photo of Arc Zero just moments ago was that he's got something kind of going on with his belt where there's like a hinged piece, something flips open. So I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, we might see at least one other form for Arc Zero.
Interesting.
It's possible.
I like that. So are you putting up that you think that there's going to be a second form for him?
Yes.
Okay. I will add that to the list. So now we're at 4.
And right? I don't yes, but also I don't know what exactly people were talking about when they first saw Arc Zero, but they pointed out how there was something else about the belts that looked like it might be a piece that comes off and attaches to the 0-1 driver. So that's the only bit of evidence anyone had for, Metal Cluster Hopper is not the final form. There's got to be one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm also saying, yes, Arc Zero gets a second form, and also 0-1 gets one more form.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe those 2 ideas are related. Who knows?
It's possible.
And
so you're saying Ikazuchi, the final form, Arc Zero's second form, whatever that is, and you said an extra thing for the final form? What?
Well, I'm just saying that I think that Arc Zero and 0-1 will have some additional thing.
Oh, okay. Past the final form, well, like an upgrade to the final form?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm actually not sure. Like, I have 2 different ideas for raiders here. Like, one is, if nothing else, maybe we'll get the Battle Raider, which is like that mass-produced one. Also known as the Invading Horseshoe Crab Raider, if you so prefer that.
Yeah, I like... If they're doing army builder things, if they're at least giving them a passing mention, those have to be in there.
Yeah, my thought was, if nothing else, then that one. But I also see, like, the Fighting Jackal Raider seems like a really good one for them to make, because
that's a pretty good candidate.
It seems like it's reached this plateau where it's like, oh yeah, this is just Valkyrie's strongest form. Like, even the Gamba Rising arcade game has now made a card for this one.
Well, yeah, so and like that was the whole thing. I was kind of upset at the episode. I don't know how. Are you caught up on 0-1?
I have not seen the latest one, but I don't care about spoilers.
That's fair. Okay. So like that's why I was, and this is very off topic. That's why I was like kind of upset that she lost the Raid Riser. I understand that it's evil and she's, that episode when she was fighting Thouser, obviously she can't use the bad guy thing, I guess. Right. But if she turned around and used his own weapon against him, and like that form is basically an unknown in terms of power scaling.
Yeah,
because like as it relates to Thouser, because we know she gets beat by everyone else's new suits. But everyone else's new suits beats Thouser. They haven't seen those 2 suits fight, and she had to go back to her base form and the Lightning Hornet, and she had to be backed up by Fuwa just so that the power would scale correctly. But if you throw in the unknown of Jackal, then you could just say that it's stronger than Thouser, or at least her fighting prowess made up the difference.
Yeah.
But I guess not. I would like that. So, Invading Horseshoe Crab, and you want... See, because, like, I don't know if they're gonna do that thing where they just quickly throw some paint onto some other forms, mash them together, and give Valkyrie a final form.
Oh, I'm sure they'll probably do something like that.
Like, it feels like that should be what's happening.
I mean, I can definitely see like her using the Fighting Jackal key in like the second to last episode or something.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing about you were saying that Fighting Jackal is unknown. For me, Valkyrie is unknown entirely because I was expecting her to die in episode 12 or something.
That's fair. That's true.
She's still here, so it's just like I don't.
As well.
Because she's still here, so every time I see like something new happen with her, like the Fighting Jackal form, I'm just like, I don't know if you're gonna die soon or if you're gonna make it to the end.
Do we think it's possible maybe Hirobi will have any kind of final form, like last minute form?
I'm that's another one where I'm just like, I'm surprised you're still using this form.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's Arc Zero. I'm thinking they're just gonna take over his body. It's not necessarily gonna be of his will.
Right.
But the Arc is gonna take over someone's body, and he seems like the perfect vessel.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
Unless it's a long-haired Izu, then in which case,
or
I don't know.
Because we 3 of the Metsubo Jinrai guys have been writers, and I haven't seen the latest episode. Is Naki doing anything? Because I assumed that he was going to be Arc Zero.
I mean, Naki. Well, first off, we're in filler territory now because pandemic.
Yeah.
So, we haven't seen anything so far. Naki, they have not gotten any forms outside of, and people have been ascribing the Assault Wolf to Naki.
I would love to see them get a rider form.
Yeah.
There was a very funny kind of
I mean,
fake...
like, in my display, if I'm displaying Metsubo Jinrai, putting Assault Wolf in there isn't outside of the realm of possibility. Like,
that tracks.
Yeah. And like,
even if they wanted to go as like kind of simple as just like repainting Assault Wolf, I'd be fine with that.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take that because like I don't know that they'll ever use it again.
Right. There's really no reason to.
There's a fake Photoshop that was going around. I think it was called Kamen Rider Naki, and it was I don't even remember what.
You're a fake Photoshop. Sad.
But the reason it was kind of funny when is because it was using the kind of bloodstock bodysuit, but in blue, and I was just like, "What is the story behind this?"
I saw that.
It's like,
right.
I mean,
is the idea that Toei decided to just like remake the suit in blue material just for the aesthetic of reused parts? That doesn't make any sense.
I know, that's stupid. That's actually really dumb. They would just use a black undersuit, you idiot.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
if anything, I would take bits of Assault Wolf and maybe a Bloodstark suit and mash them together.
That could work, yeah.
Or not Bloodstark,
Hellbros.
Rogue.
Right.
Rogue. Oh, yeah, the Hellbro. Oh, that's how they were able to get all the extra black ones. I was like, they made as many Bloodstark suits as they did Night Rogue suits, so how did they get the extra... Oh, the guys that won't show up ever again.
That's right, because they were completely pointless.
Yeah. And even they got a passing redemption. I don't want to say arc, but like
I try to block out
as they were dying.
I try to block out everything about them in Build.
I don't know. Build's wonderful, but those guys are dumb.
Build is fantastic, but they offered nothing to the show.
Yeah, I just again very off topic. I love how they went through all those lengths to give just about everyone a redemption arc.
Yeah.
Even Bloodstark outside the show.
Sorry to anyone who likes the Gear Bros, but when I was reviewing the episode where they had their quick little moment before they died, I basically just said, honestly, I still don't know which one is which.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, they could be the same actors as the invading horseshoe crab, and I couldn't tell.
Oh,
There's so much nothing that I'm sure that they're the invading horseshoe crab people.
Toei could have pulled that on me, that trick on me, and I would have never even noticed.
Yeah. I do wonder. There are at least 2 dudes with the same shaved head. I wonder if that's. I gotta look that up. But
there's only 2 guys with shaved heads in all of Japan.
That's true.
You can't prove me wrong on this.
So, yeah, you can't go to Japan now to prove me wrong. Those pictures are photoshopped. Sad.
That's right.
Alright, so we have Ikazuchi, Final Form, Arc Zero, Second Form, a Final Form, and an Invading Horseshoe Crab. That brings us up to 6 out of the 11 possible slots. Let's find 5.
You know what?
We need Kangaroo.
I forgot to mention.
Kangaroo.
I forgot to mention when it comes to the Raiders, I am looking at their designs. I am sure that they would need to take up 2 different sets.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at
I think if they the Trilobite Humagear is one thing.
Yeah.
But if you want to do any of the bigger Humagear, those have to be 2.
Yeah. Which brings me to like I said before, with the pandemic going on, I am really impressed that Shodo is even able to function at all. So my expectation of please make a Humagear set has now downgraded to, at the very least, make Barotha, the one from episode 1.
Who's Barotha?
The comedian.
Hug me, Barotha!
Wow, thanks, Corey.
You're welcome. I'm thinking that Kangaroo is definitely gonna be
Kangaroo
Can we put that on the list? Yeah.
Whatever the movie writer will be for the summer movie.
Mm-hmm. How many do you think we got this year?
I mean, I would say, at least 1, because we always get at least 1.
Hold on. My real question is, how many more of the Hell Brother suits do we have left?
How many more drivers is this show gonna sell? I would say probably at least 1 for sure. I don't know if they would want to go with more than that. Maybe 2. I don't see them doing a trio again because
yeah.
I feel like
not just because of Soto, but I just don't think that they're going to do that again.
I'll put down 1 for now, and if we need to fill a slot, we'll just throw in more movie stuff.
And 01 will get a movie form of some kind.
Yeah.
My expectation is just that because we've gotten the schedule has kind of been jostled a little bit, and we have at least a month off. I wonder if that's not enough time to do movie stuff. If maybe they're going to have to be sorry, we're going to have to move this over to the next series again.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Don't we at this point should we know about an 11? Do we think it ends at 10?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since we've had pre-orders.
I think we're ending at 10.
Also, I should point out, in terms of the schedule being all jostled, we should know the copyright for the next series by this point, but we don't.
We already knew 01s at this point last year, so it's literally going to happen any day now, unless it got delayed.
Maybe the copyright office is closed today.
It's possible. I mean, I know we've got copyrights into the first or second week of June, so it's not like we're not like we're behind necessarily, but it will happen soon.
I was my research
happen June.
No,
my research basically went to what was the date that we got the copyright last year. Okay, we are about a week out after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
I was just sitting here thinking of more stuff that they could do. I mean, there's nothing to back up that it will happen or not. But I know people want it to happen. Do you think that they could do some kind of last minute Kamen Rider Izu or something like that?
I don't know about an entire Izu, but then again,
well, I think he was saying make her into a writer in the show.
Yeah.
I get that. It's we did that with Tsukiyomi,
Right.
But
Where
I
is
don't
she?
know why. In my like headspace, it doesn't seem as feasible.
What if it happens in the movie?
Yeah, because like, what story purpose would that serve?
I don't know, but I feel like they would. Well, you could have something like what you said is maybe Arc Zero is the like evil Izu, and then she becomes like a good rider or something. I don't know.
Arc 1.
Like this speculation portion really like rides the line between what do we think is going to be in the set, what do we think is going to be in the show.
Right.
Well,
I mean, it ties it all in because whatever's in the show, we're going to get in the set. So
Exactly. I mean, wait, is there a movie form?
I said that earlier.
Oh, I thought you meant movie villain. That's what I thought the movie thing was. You're right.
Yeah.
So I got one that I think is, at this point, probably a possibility. I joked about this on Twitter. At this point, if what it takes is me to make a custom, then I need to get a Guardian and make the other Humagear.
Look, if you get me close enough to God, I forgot his name again. Megahex. If you get me close enough to Megahex, I will do that myself. I need a Megahex figure.
I want a Mega.
I don't know why he's my favorite villain, but he is my favorite villain.
You know, I want a Megahex figure too.
I love Megahex. Oh my god.
I just love that movie.
All I'm saying is that Bandai definitely has the mold for a Guardian, and they also have one with swappable hands, thanks to Kikai, so maybe that one is also
but then again, that was one, an impossible body or whatever, and two, that was budgeted for I forgot what they were called, the ride pluses.
Yeah.
And those Kikai didn't have too much paint, so it's like that was already riding the line in terms of budget. And you want to push that further into a retail set? I don't know, man.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It would not be the first time that G has said, well, I overdid it again.
Well, that's actually, you know what? There is the argument that like it actually can function as 2 boxes.
Yeah.
But would you commit 2 boxes to a background thing that does nothing? They've committed to 1 box to background things that do nothing, but would you commit 2 boxes?
What? Just
I
watch
don't know.
them.
I guess that this is not helpful at all, but I guess it depends on how popular that design is. Because it is like a key moment sort of thing.
Legitimately, I want them all. And if you wanted to, you could give us a premium Bandai playset of his lab.
I was going to say.
Those figures.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Like, Soda's never done a playset, and I wonder how outside of the realm of possibility that is.
Just sell the Kuuga Church.
Sell the Kuuga Church. Put it up on eBay. Sell the Kuuga Church. The church where you can't sit down. The pews are all broken.
Exactly.
All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of our 11 spaces. We got 3 more to fill, and I would like to put in possibly another release of the Humagear, which is a possible movie version of the Trilobite. Because there might be a villain faction that does that, and then you'd be able, that would be 1 box, and then you'd be able to add an accessory set filled with a bunch of the other goodies that Soto tends to do. Is that do we think that's good enough to put in as one of the slots?
Hypothetical accessory set, sure.
Well, it's like movie. Because, like, we have to fill 2 boxes for a character, right? So I'm thinking, in order to balance that budget, it's like an Impossible box plus an accessory set.
Well, an accessory set actually makes a lot of sense because, for one, you get the display stand and weapons for the Trial by Humagear. You could potentially use that as an excuse to finally be like, hey, here's the other briefcases we didn't do before. And if the timing works out, then you could say, hey, we added another thing to Shodo Chronicle, so here's another one of those signs you can put behind a character.
Okay, so movie Mook plus accessory set. That's taking up one more slot. And I'm thinking movie villain?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, movie... even though, like, my opinion is that I don't know if the timing will work out, that might be carried over to the next series, but sure, anything could happen.
Sure. So I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 characters.
Y'all were saying y'all were saying Kamen Rider Izu, but I'm still saying regular Izu, please.
Did we say Tsukiyomi yet?
Well,
you're
right.
The last one.
Oh man.
Because we know we're getting that.
Yeah, sorry Valkyrie, you're not getting a Final Four. It's actually I was gonna be an ass and say, oh yeah, no, we didn't say Tsukiyomi because she's not in the show. Wait, hold on. We actually do need Tsukiyomi, you're right.
That one's a given.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, and we haven't toyed with the possibility that one of these might take up 3, perhaps?
Yeah, it depends on how complex one of them is.
Yeah. But I don't know. Guys, that's a... Oh, and these are complete sets, right? So, potentially, like... Well, I guess they're representing different characters each time. Never mind. I was going to say something stupid. But we've got our 11. It's Ikazuchi, the final form, Arc Zero second form, the final form, whatever that may be, Invading Horseshoe Crab, Kangaroo, movie form, movie Mook plus accessory set, movie villain, and Tsukiyomi.
I think I might have misinterpreted what I was saying about Arc Zero, where I was saying that whatever they're going to do with 01's final form might also be related to Arc Zero, so they both get a power up.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I'm saying that there's apparently something going on with Arc Zero's belt. There's a thing that has not been done with 01's belt, so maybe those are related somehow.
I mean, I just thought...
I personally
do
think
we know what the final form is? Do we
Nope.
know anything about it?
We technically should know about it within the next week if Telebikunsto comes out.
Yeah, the only thing we know is that there is apparently some slot on the 01 belt, kind of like the build driver had with the hazard trigger.
What's interesting about everything with his final form is that from the toilet scenes we had months ago, it said that his final form was going to come from a whole new belt entirely.
Oh my god!
Which is interesting because if they're going to do that, then the slot that Malunis was just talking about is still unused. So it's weird. It's unknown if that is important.
What if you combine the belts?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
That you just made me realize. Oh yeah, that seems like an obvious thing to do for the movie form. Never mind.
Yeah, they could. Although what it is interesting, there's the toilet scenes listed final form belt and then final form progress key without giving the actual name of the final form. So I don't know if it's one of those cases where it's like you get kind of like, I don't know if you get like it's like a combo set or something where you get the belt with the key, or if it actually is a new belt, or it's you know, it's weird.
You know what?
What if they're definitively putting their foot down and saying, this is the final form. We are naming this 01 final form. There is no debate here. This is the final form.
Final Hopper.
Honestly, we've yet to see anything that actually gives it a name, so that would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would.
I don't see that happening, but
If it has been said that there is going to be a belt, then I am all for that, because that continues the theme that I was joking about. Make the grasshopper bigger and bigger until it becomes the belt.
Yeah.
Or you could just add a third grasshopper to that other one. I know there were two at some point for the shining hopper or something.
That's right, yeah. But yeah, by next weekend, I would imagine maybe it depends on how everything is with everything going on. But the next issue of Telebuken is supposed to have all the details on his final form, so we should see it soon.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so that's our list.
Oh,
yeah. I guess, huh?
I was about to just kind of add on to that, but then I realized I wasn't adding anything. I was going to say, usually we get the magazine scans like around this time anyway, so yeah, it will be within the next week.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Whoever was typing, I'm sorry, sir. It's my fault. I put that up late, but yeah, your thing wasn't read, and I'm very sorry. Guys, that's it.
That's a solid hour.
That was our list. Yeah, it was a solid hour. And hey, if you didn't get a chance, put your list in the description down below, especially since this comes out in the future and you could give like an updated, revised version.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, just let us know.
By the time it comes out, I'm sure we'll know everything about 01's photo form. So
yeah. Also, our list is shaky as it is.
Oh yeah.
But this is Shodo we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
I never imagined we'd get a regular Humagear.
Right.
This is truly, we cannot predict what this is. And I can't wait to look back on what all we got from this show, just in retrospect. I can't wait to, take a look at that. But yeah. So yeah, guys, thanks for listening. Sorry this episode came out so late. I'm not even gonna mince words anymore. I know that this episode is late. But yeah, thanks for supporting us. A news episode is probably coming out soon, I hope. Unless it already did come out. I'm not sure how the schedule works anymore. My schedule is all out of whack, and I'm sure all of yours guys is ours too. Wow, I put too many plurals in that.
You tried.
I tried. And you know what? We're all trying, and I hope you're trying to have a good time amid this global pandemic, and I hope you're doing well. I don't know what to say. Support all the other Shodo stuff, and you know what? Hey, why not? Support local business. Keep it juicy.
Juicy power!
Cookie power! どうも腹筋崩壊太郎です。衝動はやる！